the role of stewardship. We talked a lot about stewardship these last weeks. What is it? Why? How is it expressed? Now the question is specific about its purpose.
And stewardship is a lifestyle. It reaches somehow all aspects of our life, and hardly there is any major activity that is not affected by what direction or the way we have decided to manage our life. And having said that, stewardship plays a major role when considering our direction of life. What is this role? Let's get into the lesson, explore it, and find some answers.
The lesson may look a bit messy, but it all makes sense when you get what it's trying to do. It looks at a chariot wheel to try to illustrate and to help us get how our spirituality, our doctrines, mission, etc., and stewardship, how do they fit together? And it starts looking from the center of the chariot wheel going out.
Yeah. If you work in an office, you definitely have a manager, and you can see through that manager when considering their actions. And a manager can be a representative of a strict person, a strict manager, or a laid-back manager. It could be a demanding or independent kind of a manager, a very ambitious manager or team-oriented manager, micromanaging or macromanaging. It takes a while, but always at some point we can see through what is the central driving force of this manager. Is the manager centered around the power and the authority they can exploit that is available to them? Is it the career building that absorbs all their attention? Or is it the well-being of the people that are under their management, the betterment of the enterprise that they represent? Every manager gravitates around some sort of a personal source of motivation. And the question is, how about us? We, as managers and stewards, can we be centered around anything else but Jesus? You know what I mean.
Christ is the center of our spiritual journey. He is the center of the wheel. He is the center of everything. We are because of Him, and only through Him and with Him is that we can be. Next, around the center of the chariot wheel, there is a hub, and this hub attaches to the axle to provide more stability for the wheel when it turns.
Once we have realized that stewardship is about being centered around Jesus, the lesson expands a little bit more our perspective on what is the role of stewardship as one that is highly motivated by the knowledge that we have for salvation as it is discovered, as it is in the Bible, and specifically explained in the sanctuary. What Jesus did, how did He accomplish His Father's plan, the power of His sacrifice, and at the end, His service. All these aspects of salvation revealed in the sanctuary, they modulate an example that paints a clear picture of what stewardship stands for.
It is important to get an idea about the big picture for what Jesus is doing for us, and the sanctuary reveals a lot about it. This is the hub of the chariot wheel that provides stability. I hope it all makes sense so far, because now we are moving to the spokes of the wheel.
Is it only the knowledge of salvation that is reflected by the life of a steward of Christ? No. As we said, stewardship affects all aspects of our life, and the Bible carries many more truths. Truths, as we call them, doctrines, that help us guide our life in a way so that we can remain stewards of Christ. And we need those doctrines because they bring light on the small and diverse details of life. When we make an effort to know and understand those doctrines, and we find a way to apply each and every one of them in our lives, the quality of our life grows, and we start living much more satisfying life.
So, looking back at the wheel, from the hub, which is salvation by faith in Jesus, some other doctrinal beliefs come out and spread around, forming the space of our understandings about life. These are the spokes. Now, these spokes are all combined and connected to the rim so that the wheel can turn and move.
Following the footsteps of Christ, we join with Him to live a life with a mission in partnership with God. And the central message of this mission is that Jesus is coming back again. And we can't separate this message with this mission with that message from what our lifestyle could look like, can we? It's interesting because when we have met Jesus and we have accepted him as a Savior in our lives, somehow we have directed us toward heaven. This is where we look forward to, where our message and our mission brings us down on the ground. It's what connects us back with the people around us. And it is this very integral part of stewardship that keeps us grounded and real.
And as Adventists, we identify this. We identify our mission with the so-called three angels message. This is where our faith and beliefs, our relationship with God becomes practical and tangible. This is the rim of the wheel that makes it turn and move. Now, according to the lesson, the Romans found out that the chariot wheel lasted longer if a band of iron was placed around the rim. This band of iron then made contact with the road as the wheel turned and moved. This is what stewardship is about, according to the lesson. It's the outer expression of everything else.
And at the end of the day, we are stewards of Christ, which means that he is in control. He is the one who empowers us to follow him in his footsteps. What comes from us is the willingness and the desire to represent him in this world.
It does matter how we manage what God is entrusting us. Next week, the lesson is debt, a daily decision.